What is up, everyone? I am back with another top 5 video, and this one is featuring the top 5 fantasy wide receivers for the 2016 season. Now, I've already done the top 5 running backs and top 5 quarterbacks, so if you guys haven't checked it out, make sure you go on my channel and click those videos because they're really helpful, and I got tons of information that you guys want to know on that, so definitely go check that out. So let's jump right into it. Number 5, we have A.J. Green, the wide receiver for the Cincinnati Bengals. Now, Green has been great. I mean, great for quite some years now. Um, he's only been in the league for 4 years or so. I don't know. He's quite young still, but he's been to the Pro Bowl every single time. He's been first team All Pro. So he's been that guy. He's the main target now in the Bengals offense. There's no more Mohamed Sanu. There's no more Marvin Jones. So now there's pretty much Tyler Eifert and him. And Eifert looks like he's going to be out the first couple games, so it's going to be like Dalton's only going to focus pretty much on Green. And even if he's double covered, he's still gonna get open. He's still going to catch footballs. I mean, he's just that main target. He's going to get tons of targets. He's going to get tons of catches. He's going to get touchdowns. He's going to look, without Eifert, they're going to look for him in the red zone because he's a big guy. Like I said here in the second bullet, big body with hands. He doesn't drop anything. You can go up and get any tall football that's overthrown. And he's super, and like I said, he's super consistent. He's been good every year. He's never had a down year. He just keeps impressing the NFL and the entire league of fantasy in general. He's my number 5, and a lot of people are gonna have other people like Des Bryant or someone else at number 5. I think this guy's at number 5. He's just been so good. So let's jump right into number 4. We have DeAndre Hopkins from the Texans, Houston Texans, that is. And I like Hopkins because he had crappy quarterbacks last year. He had Case Keenum. He had I can't even think right now. I'm not even trying to think about last season. I'm focusing on this season. But he didn't have the greatest of quarterbacks last year. But now he got Brock Osweiler coming in, and even without those crappy quarterbacks that were throwing to him, he still produced a crazy amount of fantasy points for fantasy owners. And now he's got a better quarterback coming in who's had experience, who was on a Super Bowl winning team. And with him coming in, I think Brock is going to do pretty good. I don't think he's going to be great, but I think he'll do good in a Houston uniform. And with Hopkins in a better offense, I think that benefits for him. I think he even get better from last season. And he's super quick. He's like that quick. He could play he could play the outside receiver. He could play a slot. He could play anything. He's quick and he's super smart. Like, he knows what's going on. He sees if he's double covered, he can switch it up a little, try to get that bad matchup on a linebacker or something like that. So he knows how to do it all, and he's just my number 4. And a lot of people have him down at 7 or 8 or something like that. No, he's at my number 4, definitely. Now, we all know who the top 3 are. We're going to go off number 3. We have Odell Beckham Jr. Now, everyone knows Odell Beckham Jr. If you don't know who Odell Beckham Jr. is, I wouldn't watch football because you clearly haven't watched football. This guy's all over the place. I've read a couple of things on the Giants, and they're going to go to a super fast-paced offense, meaning they're going to go to no huddles a lot. They're going to, speed it up. So that means the defense is going to be offline, and I like a lot of the Giants' offensive players this year. And Odell Beckham, he's a clear number 1 on that team. I mean, there's no more Victor. Well, there is Victor Cruz, but he's injured, so there's not like him that's like trying to compete. Sterling Shepard's a rookie, so I mean, you never know about him. They don't have that much of a tight end there, so it's basically only him. That's that main focal point of that offense. And Eli looks to him a lot, and he's open, and he can play everywhere. Just like Hopkins, he can play the outside guy. He can play the slot. He could even play in the backfield sometimes. I see him play in the backfield, do some crazy plays, and we love him. And he's crazy. He's got one of the best hands I've seen ever, and he's just something special that came out of college, and now he's ranking up crazy amounts of points for you. And yeah, so let's go to number 2 here. We have Julio Jones for the Atlanta Falcons, and this guy is an absolute monster. Led the league in he was tied in receptions with Brown last year, and he led the league in receiving yards last year. So he's going to get a whole bunch of targets There's no more Roddy White on that team, and Sanook did come over, but I don't think he's going to do much. And there's no really tight end there, so I think they're going to be, if they're going to pass it, Ryan likes to pass it, even though I think they're going to run it a lot this year with Freeman and Coleman. But when they pass it, you're just definitely going to go to this guy, because this guy, you throw it in his area, he's going to catch a football. He's a huge body who can go up and get anything. Honestly, Ryan trusts him a lot. He just throws that football his way. He'll catch it. I mean, I remember watching him. He was versus the Panthers when the Panthers gave him the first loss, or he gave the Panthers, him and the Falcons gave the Panthers their first loss. It was like week 15 or something, and they gave them first loss, and he went up. Ryan threw like a bomb duel, and he jumped over like two backs and safeties, and he caught it, and it was just unbelievable. Like, that dude is insane. So I still remember that, and he's an absolute monster. I mean, look at this picture of him. He looks like a monster. I wouldn't be wanting to go across from him as a cornerback. So he's my number 2, and a lot of you guys are like, oh, wow, how can he beat him? Well, yeah, we all know this guy, number 1, Antonio Brown. This guy is a complete different story. What I like about him is he's not that huge guy like Julio Jones. A lot of people think that receivers have to be huge guys that, with huge hands and a big body so they can go up and get those balls. Brown's not that. I don't even know if Brown's even 6 foot. I think he's 5'11" or something, but he can still show that he can catch any football near him. He's Ben's go-to man for sure. And whenever Antonio Brown and Big Ben are on the same football field and they're playing, oh my, it's literally over and over. Even if they keep stacking more defenders on Brown, he's still going to find a way open. His amazing route runner. If you guys have seen the routes that he's run in his games and practices, there's no one better who can run those routes. And along with that, he's super smart. All these receivers are pretty smart, but this guy's the smartest of them all. He knows exactly what's going on in the moment, and he knows exactly what to do. So when they have the chemistry of Ben and Brown, it's just unstoppable. And he's the most consistent player in this entire fantasy draft, not just wide receivers, the entire fantasy draft. He is the most consistent. Brown has never, ever had a down year, and he's just going to keep getting better and better. And my goodness, this guy, I mean, he's going to go number 1 for sure in the whole entire draft, because this guy is something special. And he's, like I said in this last bolt, he is the best. So if you have Antonio Brown on your team, well, you're something special, because he is just on a tier of his own, and this is one of my favorite receivers. Well, that's going to wrap it up right there. Those are my 5 receivers for this time. If you really enjoyed this, because I put a lot of work into making these, doing some research and make sure I'm getting the correct content. I don't want to put fake content and say I have someone at number 5, and then like two days later, like, oh, I should have put him. I want to have it now. I want to stick with this, and I am sticking with it, and I'm putting all this information for you guys. So I hope you guys take this and apply it to your draft, and even practice it with mock drafts and see how you do. So that's going to do it for this. Like I said, leave a like below if you guys enjoyed this video. Subscribe so you can see a bunch more content just like this. I got tons lined up for you guys. Comment down below any questions, concerns, thoughts, or anything you have. And if you guys agree on this list, go ahead and comment down below. And that's going to do it for this video. I have the top 5 tight ends coming up tomorrow, so make sure to stick around for that, because that's going to be an epic video and a lot of different scenarios on that. So that's it, and I'll see you guys later.